What is going on, Draw It To crew? Welcome to Draw It To. My name is Ramny and this is another episode of How to Draw. Here in this channel, I help you develop your artistic skills by showing you how to draw your favorite characters from TV, movies, video games, comics, or books. So if this is your first time here and you want to see more videos like this one, be sure to hit that subscribe button and make sure to click that notification bell icon so that you guys are notified anytime I upload a brand new tutorial video. Are you ready to draw? Here are the tools that you'll need. You'll need a pencil, an eraser, any type of white paper, and black ink pens for inking afterwards. We all draw at different speeds, so as you're watching this tutorial, remember that you can pause this video at any time so that you can catch up on your drawings. And if you find that this video is still going way too fast, remember that you can always hit that speed button at the bottom right of this video to slow it down. Also keep in mind, one more thing, results will vary, so if your drawings look a little different than mine, that is completely acceptable as well. So having said all of that, let's get right to the tutorial.
All right, you guys, so to start our Leatherface tutorial, what we're going to do is have our paper in portrait mode. We're going to have him kind of up to mid-thigh, I guess. You can't really tell because he will be covered with his butcher apron. So let's get started. I'm going to first begin by drawing a circle up at the top. Right around here, I'm going to draw a circle about this big. And we're going to expand that. That is going to be his face, obviously. We're going to have his face. Before we do this, I'm going to draw a slightly slanted line. You guys can see that it's sort of off. Slightly slanted line like this. And then I'm going to draw the jaw, chin, and the jaw on this side. Now, the thing with this tutorial, what I'm going to try to do is try to create not like lines that are not smooth like this. I consider this like pretty smooth and it looks really nice. But what we want to do with Leatherface is we want to create the effect of like really gritty and grim. So we're going to try to add some like lots of extra little details to him to make him look extra creepy. Okay. So anyway, let's bring the neck going down. The neck kind of goes down this way. So you got the head this way, but the neck is kind of straight up and down a little bit more. Now we're going to draw, I'm going to draw the shoulders pretty broad like that. So I'm going to draw them like this. They're almost at a 45-degree angle. Right here, pretty close to his neck, that's going to be his shirt collar thing. Okay. From there, I'm going to draw two lines coming out like this, and I'm going to have him wear this shirt where the hole for the neck, like the collar for the neck, is almost too big for his broad neck. So it's going to be like this, like a V shape over here and a V shape over here. So that acts as his collars. And then two lines going in this way and then a line going across. This is going to be for his necktie. So that's what that looks like. Keep that for now. Let's continue. I'm going to find where the shoulders are going to go. And this Leatherface, we're not going to make him muscular. We're going to make him rather big. He's a rather big character, right? So let's draw two lines going down. Now we're not going to make it narrower as you go down, like as you go into the waist. What you want to do is you want to keep going straight down. And we're actually going to make a square right here. So his body's going to be very squarish, like that. Okay, and then the rest is just going to be, like that. So that's what that looks like right there. And I'm going to end it right around here. There's no need to go any lower than that. Okay, so let's do the arms, shoulder. His arms are going to be by his side, and he's going to have like these big, slightly beefy arms, like he's been working hard labor all his life. So that's what we're going to do. He's not like a really huge guy. Well, actually he is. I take that back. He's a pretty huge guy, just not super muscular, but at the same time, he's not skinny. So he's just a big guy. Okay. So we've got the arms here. I'm going to bring the forearm kind of going down and then cut it off right around here. Okay, same thing over here. Actually, I want this arm to go out like this. Okay. And he's sort of slightly lifting the arm a little bit. For the hands, let's just make this flat, and then we'll make this flat. Okay, so here's like a square. Another, I guess you could call it a square. More like a trapezoid or one of these four-sided shapes that look like that. Shorter over here, longer on this side. And then over here, we have the thumb coming out. So this goes out and then down like that. Okay, so that's going to be the basis for our hand. The other hand on this side now. This one's going to be a narrower square. Looks like that. Thumb comes out this way and then this way. Fingers go down, kind of curve, and then just draw this for now. So it kind of looks like a glove, but we'll add the details a little bit later on as we add the details into the body. Okay, let's draw the apron. The apron's going to start over here and over here. And the apron goes from here down to right around this side. So make it go down first and then change the angles so that there's a bit of a point right here. Okay, that apron goes to his back. Okay, right here is the other side of that apron. And then it goes across over here. The tie tucks into the apron like this. And it's not straight. Make sure that the tie is kind of, you know, it looks like Jason's been chasing after people, so his tie is kind of out of place. Now this goes like this, and then this goes on this side. We're gonna draw where the chest is gonna go. Of course, that doesn't really mean anything because we won't really see much of the chest, but we will see a little bit of like a bigger belly like this. Okay. And then part of that belly is going to be, what do you call it, highlighted by the little string around the apron. And the apron string kind of goes, loops behind and comes forward, and then the little knot here. Just like that. Okay. Alrighty. Now let's work on that. And remember, I don't want any smooth lines. We're going to try to make these lines kind of wobbly and unsettling. Okay, right here, up here now, there's like a little buckle right there. And then a little loose part of the apron kind of comes down. Kind of just part of this little thing that goes behind. Like that. If you guys hear any vibrating, that's my phone. There you go. So that's good. Now let's work on his shirt. Actually, you know what? Let's work on his face. Let's do that. Let's just get into the face right now. Now, this is going to be his... Of course, Leatherface is called Leatherface because he wears the skin of like the people that he's killed. He wears it over himself. So the way that we're going to do this is we're going to make it so that the face doesn't fit his physique. Okay, so what we're going to do is let's figure out where the eye lines are going to go, and these are going to be for his main eyes. His ears are here, and that's his head, right? So the eyes would normally be over here and over here, and they would be properly proportioned. But what we're going to do is we're going to make his eyes a little bit more narrow, and we're going to make them round. And when I draw the circles, they're going to be not fully circles. And I'm going to color the inside. Or shade in the inside, I mean. Okay, so these circles, I'm not going to make them nice circles. They're awkward shaped like this. Okay. There's going to be some stitching at the top for some like make it look like there's eyebrows. Okay, and then here's where the nose would be. Now imagine the nose would kind of be off. It looks weird, so what we're going to do is we're going to make it off center. Start there. Here are the sides. And then we're going to make it go up. Like the nose was just, like there's a nose behind that nose. Okay, make it go this way. And then now let's draw some bags under the eyes. And then from here, I'm going to draw a line going from the eye kind of down to the mouth. Now the mouth is going to be, like he's got a little something that props the mouth open. So the mouth is going to be like this for the face. Then it's going to be, he looks like he's smiling, but it actually isn't smiling. It's actually just how the, what do you call it? The face is, the fake face, the mask that he's got. And I'm just going to have just wrinkles around that and wrinkles around here. The type of wrinkles that you wouldn't have if this was a real face. And then let's draw the mouth beneath that. So the mouth is going to be, I'm going to draw the bottom as straight, and then the top is going to go up and then down like this, and make sure that it's off center as well. So the mouth inside this mask's mouth is not at the center, it's off to the right. Okay. So I shade the bottom, I shade half of it, and then I'm going to create the teeth. Make those teeth a little crooked and dirty if you can. Here's the wrinkles for the mouth. There you go. That's already starting to look pretty creepy, doesn't it? Okay, from here I'm going to draw a wrinkle going out, and then kind of right here, imagine that the skin is kind of ripping. So here's a little rip, and then some X's like he's stitching it back together. And speaking of, now let's draw the lines around the face. And as you do that, don't make it symmetrical. Make those lines wavy. Make them look off and not the same on both sides. So right here, I started here, I curved, I went down like this, and over here, it's a lot more straight than over here, and I went above. So I create this fold right here on the chin, and then I create another fold under the chin. So imagine that the skin is kind of folding onto itself. And we keep doing that until it looks like this. So you got a whole bunch of these lines underneath there, like that. Okay, now the ears are not really ears, they're cutouts of ears. So don't give them the same shape as regular ears, and don't make them the same shape as each other. So this one I made a little bit bigger than this, and they don't look like ears, they look like skin. They're just skin. I'm just going to draw the top part, and that's it. Okay, right here, I'm going to erase that part, and I'm going to draw just this line that looks like that. Okay, and this is going to be stitching, like the end of like he's got skin, and I'm just drawing these lines that go across that long line. So that is essentially like the line that connects the skin, like he stitched the skin on top of, like next to another skin to combine them. Okay, and here's the other skin that he's got stitched alongside. Okay, the more wrinkles you have, the creepier it'll start to look. Okay, and there you go. Now the hair. The hair is, well, it's essentially just messy hair, so any hair that you'd like, make it as messy as you can. So I'm going to make mine look like this. And I'll probably do this kind of thing when I start inking it, but make that hair like he hasn't bathed, he hasn't showered after killing people, So it's just messy. And all over the place. And don't forget to put some hair going over, like, over this forehead line as well. There you go. So I'm just creating more of these little lines. I'll probably add more with the thinnest pen that I have. There you go. So that is Leatherface, you guys. Now let's draw the body. We're gonna make the body as weird and off as the face. So no straight lines here, you guys. Everything's disheveled. Everything is messy and not symmetrical. I made those collars a little bit bigger. Add more wrinkles to the tie. Add more wrinkles to the collars too. There you go. So there's that. I'm going to erase the arms, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to give him a shirt. A nice dress shirt that has been stained and it looks like he slept on it, and it doesn't fit him very well either. Okay, so if it doesn't fit him very well, make sure that the seam on the shirt, make it lower than normal, so it would be right here, and then the seam would go up like that. And then you do the same thing on this side. Actually just make it go up like this. I just zigzagged it. There you go. Now let's do the collar. We're gonna have his sleeves rolled up, but when they're rolled up, they're not properly rolled up, so they're messy rolled up. So I'm gonna start right here. That's where it's gonna go, around the arm. Okay. Two lines like this, diagonal like that, and then like this, and then just draw wrinkles. Wrinkle, wrinkle, wrinkle. Lots of wrinkles over here. Kind of just randomly zigzagged. And then now we're going to create the sleeve, which is loose and it doesn't show his musculature or anything. So when you draw it, make sure it's wrinkled, first of all, and make sure it doesn't show that he's got any muscle or anything underneath. I'm going to create some wrinkles as I go. Armpit, especially. Goes down. Like that. Okay, there you go. Wrinkles going up and along this side, and wrinkles going this way as well. I put a loop on those wrinkles. There you go. Right into the apron. So the apron, you don't see the side of the apron. If you do it right, if you do it right, you won't see the side of the apron. The side is going to be covered by the arm. Okay, on this side now, first, as we go across, let's draw the little butcher apron pocket thing over here. We'll add some details to that a little bit later on. Right here, we're going to make this. We kind of see his belly, so you see a little bit of wrinkle going this way and then this way. Okay, so the way to do it, so make it look like the apron is kind of fitting around his belly, is we make these stretch marks like the apron is getting stretched, like that. Okay, as you go on the sides, there are zigzags right here, and then they just go up. There you go. So that's what that looks like. And then down here at the bottom, don't make it a nice smooth line. You want to make these kind of parts of the apron is kind of, it's just not even. I don't even know what I'm trying to say here, but it just doesn't look put together. So it looks like that. So imagine a shirt, if you tuck it in and then you move around so much that it starts to loosen. That's what that looks like. You see a little bit of the string still. And then here's the drawstring, or whatever string that is. Okay, now let's go on this side. You want the arm, the shirt right here, 2 lines here and here, and diagonal like this, and then same thing here. So it's kind of layered, it looks layered. Okay, now here, bunch of wrinkles, and then just up like that. Wrinkles. Here I'm going to make some zigzags. There you go. So that's what that looks like right there. Now, let's work on the bottom half, including the hands. And with the hands, let's zoom in. Let's do each one of them. So this hand right here, here's the arm. Little wrist bone coming out over here. A little bit of that, and a little bit of arm hair. Like that. Make it sporadic. Like, don't make it even or anything. All right, now he's got big hands. Well, not big hands, but they're just a little bit bigger. So add some size to that. Right here, I'm going to divide it into 2. This part, so that's divided into, here's one part, and then here's the other part. That, by doing that, you divide the 2 fingers, or the 4 fingers. Okay, now divided, there's 2 more fingers right there, and then here's 2 fingers here. So what you want to do is you want to create these knuckles now. They look like that. Okay, and over here, I draw it like this, and then a little bit of knuckle right there, just by drawing these lines right here. Now, you should be left with this line right here, and what you want to do is you want to extend those fingers down to that line. Like that, 1, 2, 3, and then this one you barely see it, 4. And then lastly, with just this finger, draw another line going down, or another, like this part of the finger right here. And that should do it. Okay, this goes out. Let's draw that thumb. There you go. We'll add some more detail to it a little bit later. But right now, let's go to the other side and let's work on this hand. We'll do the same thing with the forearm. Excuse me. Okay, there you go. Here is like me cutting this thing in half again. But of course, it's not exactly half. You see these two a lot more than the other 2. So this half should be bigger than this. Okay, and then I divide this into this half. And then, you know how fingers are divided into this segment, and this segment, 3 segments. So what you want to do is you want to divide it into 1, 2 lines. And then you see that now that divides each finger into different segments. Make this a little bit longer than the pointer finger, right? Than the index. Middle finger is supposed to be longer anyway. Okay, here you don't see much of it. And here you barely see the pinky. Okay, I made that a little too long. I'm just gonna make it like this. Okay, and then I draw the hands going out this way. And then over here, just clean that up. And there you go. I made him have huge hands, but that's all right. That's okay. Make those knuckles more prominent. Okay. Individual hairs coming out. Now, easiest part, we're just going to have some lines from the bottom of the belly coming down like this. Just as some wrinkles of varying lengths. Okay, and then of course, also wrinkles going this way, and this way, and going up as well. And that's it. Cut it off right there, and we're done. Sort of done. Let's go in and add a little bit more detail. Here's zooming out. This is what Leatherface should be looking like. Pretty gruesome, grisly. Let's add some plaid. So I'm just going to add some plaid pattern to his shirt by just drawing these lines. And when I draw these lines, you want to make sure that you follow the wrinkles you added, right? Each wrinkle you add adds a crease and doesn't make that line straight. Okay, so I'm just going to draw these stripes going down. This might make your drawing a little bit messy, you guys, but the more complicated it looks, the messier it looks. I don't know, the more grisly, the more menacing he looks, right? Okay, over here, same thing. Line's going this way. And then you keep going until all of the shirt is covered, essentially. So there's that. And if you really want to, you can draw lines going across. You don't have to, because, I mean, in some movies, I think he's wearing plaid. Other parts of the movies, he's not. He's just wearing, what do you call it? He's just wearing a nice dress shirt, a striped dress shirt. So here you go. Here's me. The lines that I'm drawing across are thicker, by the way. There you go. Nope. And again, the same thing, if you come across a wrinkle that you've drawn, you want to make sure that the pattern on the shirt moves along with that. There you go. Now, not quite done. Let's add some blood spatters and stuff like that on the face and, well, everything else. So blood spatter, I'm just going to create these circles and kind of just stains around the face like that. And I'm doing it very lightly, you guys. It also looks like skin is rotting if you do that, by the way. Okay, and then, yeah, let's add some blood spatter on the shirt as well. Kind of random. So this is where I can't really tell you how to do it or where to put it. It's up to you and where you want. But blood spatter right here, maybe. You know, some blood spatter kind of splashes out like that. This is where you guys get to be creative with your inking. Okay, especially on the shirt. Don't forget the shirt as well. And this, I don't have to do it in pencil. I could easily do it with inks, you guys. So that's probably what I'm going to do. Add as much stains, blood stains, as you can with the pencils if you guys want. One more thing, actually, I'm going to double up on the apron just to show the seams of the apron here. There you go. Once you have that, you guys, oh yeah, don't forget the hands as well. Make sure there's blood on his hands and maybe scratch marks. From holding the machete and hacking people to death. Make sure he's got his hands all covered up. Over here, maybe some more blood. Right, and there you go. There you go. So you just keep adding as much detail as you want, you guys, or as little detail as you want. And once you have that, you've got yourself a serial killer named Leatherface. I hope you guys enjoyed this Halloween tutorial, and don't forget, I've got tons more Halloween tutorials coming up, and I've already done some Halloween tutorials, so make sure you guys get all of that as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and we'll see you in the next one.
And that is all the time that we have for this tutorial video. Thank you for watching all the way to the very end. If you are proud of your drawings, I would love to see them. So there's 3 different ways that you can send your drawings my way. Number 1, you can post it in the Google Plus community for me to see and for everybody else in the community to see. You can also post it on Instagram and tag me, or you can email it to me at draw2@gmail.com. I look forward to seeing all of your artwork. Now, if you are curious about the equipment that I use to make my videos or to do my tutorials, I have a kit.com link down in the description below. Make sure to check it out and find out what I use to run this YouTube channel. Now, what you see right here is me inking this artwork. If you want to see a longer version of this inking process, make sure to head on over to patreon.com/drawit2 to become one of my patrons. This is one of the perks that you get. And if you guys do want to support this channel even more, make sure to head on over to patreon.com. There's different rewards that you will receive if you do decide to support me through Patreon. If you're curious about other ways to support this channel and to keep it sustainable, I have merchandise that you can purchase, such as t-shirts, mugs, and mouse pads. And you can also buy some of my art prints in my art store, my online art store at draw2.storeenvy.com. Be sure to check out my art store often because I regularly post brand new stuff that is available for you guys to purchase. If you guys did enjoy this tutorial, it would help me a great deal if you guys liked this video, commented below, or shared this with your friends in your social media. And speaking of social media, don't forget you guys can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Google+, and on my website, draw2.com, where you can download a whole bunch of coloring pages from the tutorials that are found in this channel. Finally, before I go, I want to say thank you to these lovely people who have decided to become my patrons. And yes, thank you so much to all of you. And thank you for watching. And as always, stay tuned for more so you can learn to draw too. I'll see you guys in my next video.